Hey, so I just finished up my little tour of the Mailing Gorge scenic area, which you can see behind me. About a half day was good enough to make it through there and film both sides. Unfortunately, the sun came out and made it really nice. Check out this massive bridge behind me. Chinese always build these crazy bridges everywhere. That thing is huge. You can't really tell from here, but it's really big. Right now I'm gonna go explore the Wangpingmen area over there, but I think for now I'm gonna go check out the wetlands area. I'll give you one more view of the gorge there. It's really gorgeous. Ha ha ha. Bad dad joke. Here's the view from the other side of the bridge, including the Wangpingmen area. We'll go explore there more tomorrow, but that's the other side of the gorge that I just went down today. You can see there's an elevator back there. They always have these elevators. But I decided to walk back up. It wasn't too hard. A little tiring, but not too bad.
On my walk back, I found this super cute cat coffee cart for a quick pick-me-up, which turned out to be really helpful later that evening as I had an unexpected surprise for dinner.
Just taking a little walk through the wetlands area here after going through Mailing Gorge scenic area. You see this massive bridge behind me again. It just kind of keeps going forever. It's an insane amount of concrete just in that one little structure right there. Pretty wild. Be peaceful over here. Me and some birds mostly. It's a nice break from the crowd. Anyway, heading back to the hotel. See you guys later. This is the hotel that I'm staying at. Very cool. Gardens.
Directly across from the hotel, there was this tourist restaurant, which was the only restaurant around, so I decided to go over and see what they had to eat. But I was in for quite a surprise. Not really knowing what to expect, I casually walked up the steps to this restaurant, and there were these women dressed in traditional clothing. As I came up, they offered me this bowl to drink, which was kind of strange, but I decided to go for it. And it turns out the bowl had this really delicious rice wine, which I guess they were offering to all the guests as they entered the restaurant. Since I was the first person to arrive, I really wasn't sure if this was intended for a tour group. But the restaurant was really beautiful, so I decided to see what they had to offer. The first dish was definitely one of the strangest things I had in China. It was these chewy, gooey barley balls in a very sweet sauce. But the biggest surprise was when the girls came back with a lot more bowls of the rice wine, which they presented to me in a very unique way. And I realized about halfway through that I didn't know how to say stop in Chinese. So I ended up having quite a bit more wine than I had anticipated. Apparently getting a little drunk on rice wine is a great way to experience a Chinese dinner theater. Now that I had a nice little buzz, it was time to start the show. And of course, in China, they always start things with some very high-pitched screeching music, which I guess is a lot more pleasing to Chinese listeners than it was to me. But eventually, the show continued with a much more pleasant dance, which was based around the theme of the spring rice planting season. But then sure enough, this guy came back, this time with some kind of crazy saxophone flute instrument and a really elaborate headdress. Just when I thought the show was about to end, it was time for the public dance party. Almost everywhere I went in China, I noticed that this was a common cultural thing. The public really liked to dance together. Sometimes they would do this like in the town squares, sometimes at restaurants. It was really kind of fun to watch all these different people from various ages all coming together and having a great time with some of the dancers from the show. I feel like in other cultures, people would be a little too embarrassed to dance in front of strangers like this. There seemed to be a real sense of communal joy in this dance party. Or maybe it had something to do with all the rice wine. However, I definitely ended the night with a big smile on my face after this unexpected surprise at what I thought would be a rather boring dinner. I guess Chinese people really know how to party. After leaving a big tip and heading back to the hotel, I was in for yet another surprise, as I noticed thousands of little lights in the trees twinkling like little fireflies outside of my hotel, which added to the strange and magical atmosphere of the entire evening.
Check out this cool hotel I'm staying at in China. All the trees have these lights that look like little stars. Looks like I'm in a ancient Chinese castle or something. After that crazy male performance. It's pretty great. This is all less than like $20 for the hotel. I love China. Like so amazing and so weird at the same time. Oh, China is such a trip. I just had this crazy meal. I walked up to the restaurant, super fancy restaurant outside of the Maling Gorge scenic area. I was walking up there. These girls in traditional outfits like served me wine out of a bowl like twice. I wasn't sure if I was in the right place or not because there was like a big tour group coming through. The food was super good, and then they had all these dance performances, and the whole thing ended in like this crazy like public dance party. And it was like really fun and weird and different. All for $10. Yay, China. China is weird and fun and crazy sometimes. But I'm having a great time, so let's see what happens tomorrow.